Hello guys and welcome back. In this video we are going to talk about Checkpoint Security Administration Lab 1. We are going to perform a distributed installation in this lab. As you can see on my screen, you are presented with the lab topology. On this video we are going to cover the installation of security management server and smart console. So you will be completing this portion in this lab. So basically, when I talk about the lab IP addresses, we are going to use a subnet of /24 network, and as you can see on your screen, the IP addresses are assigned accordingly. So management server will be having IP address 192.168.1.100. Smart console will be getting the IP address from 192.168.1 network only. Then gateway having the IP address, I would say the external IP address 192.168.1.200. Internally I'll be having 172.16.1.200 IP address, and for sync 10.1.1.200 IP address. For the Active Directory, the IP address is 192.168.1.254, and we will be having attacker machine who has IP address 192.168.1.50. Active Directory. So the scope of this lab is creating SMS and smart console. Welcome back. So I have explained you about the topology for the lab 1. Let's continue lab 1. We are going to create, initially we will install the security management server. The settings are, we will going to give a name SMS, and before going into the settings, let me talk about the labs will be on the virtual system. So all the labs will be on the VM, and settings are accordingly. So I'll be giving a name to the smart management server SMS. OS selection will be other. Disk space I'll be providing 100 GB. Memory I'm going to have 8 GB, and I'll be having only one interface, ATA0, which is on bridge mode, and this OS will be R81.10 Gaia. So let's continue with the setup. Let me create a virtual machine. Let me browse to the virtual machine. Let me go to the OS for this virtual machine, and we need R81.10. Let's keep other as OS. Next, I want to keep this virtual machine to my hard disk so that I'll be having enough space. Give the disk size 100 GB. Let me customize the hardware and give the memory RAM 8 GB. And the processor are at least 2, and the core 2 will be having bridge mode and replicate physical network. We don't require a sound card and we don't require a display, but it's okay. Let me close this, finish the setting, and let me start the virtual machine. Before that, let me just edit the name here. Let's go to the option, give the name SMS. I forgot to give that name. Let me say okay, and let's turn on let's turn on the power on the SMS. As you can see on my screen, you will be presented with the option that install the Gaia on this machine, do not install the Gaia on machine, install system, use this SK, and also see there is a timer here. So it is important, you need to select the install Gaia on this system option before this timer expires. So let me go ahead and do that. So I will be walk you through on how to install SMS. The process approximately takes 15 to 20 minutes. Whenever necessary, I will fast forward as per the requirement. Welcome. This process will install the Checkpoint Gaia R81.10 operating system and associated applications. Do you wish to proceed with the installation? I have to press spacebar here to confirm. The language selection country is for the keyboard is United States, so it is selected. Now you need to specify your disk size. As you can see, your disk size is 99 GB. 1 GB is not present there. We have configured 100 GB, but somehow we are seeing here your disk size is 99 GB. So I don't know why it's showing like that, but that need to be addressed. Now this space will be assigned as follows: system swap GB. This is by default based on your ROM size, whatever you have given. The system have selected this swap size. You can't modify it. As you can see, there's no option. Then system root size GB. So root directory from where the root operation going to be take place, that you have to specify here. Then whatever the logs you are going to send from your system, or what are the logs going to be generated, they going to be saved somewhere. Precisely, if I say the messages files, those logs I can see, or you can see here, that size you can allocate here. Then there is a backup and upgrade. This space is also important when you try to backup or upgrade your management server. Those setup will be stored here only. So for now, I believe whatever the by default size I am getting from this partition configuration from the OS, I'm okay with this, and we will proceed. So you have to press tab here to go to the selection. So I'm pressing tab, it going next as per that. So click OK. Now give the admin account username and password. Remember, this account username password going to be used in your smart console GUI web UI login and your CLI login. So make sure you remember this. Let me click OK. The IP address, SMS IP address, as per our topology, we have 1.100. Default gateway we are not giving now, maybe required we will give it later. For now we are okay with that. And now it's saying the next stage of the installation process will be format all your hard drives. Are you sure you want to continue? So basically it's OS related things. Whatever the space you have allocated to this particular configuration, that is getting format, and this new setup going to be installed there. It's nothing like that. Whatever the system you are going to be do this, that is get formatted. So let it get completed, and I will again resume once this complete. So now basically the package installation is taking place. It may take a couple of minutes. So it says installation is completed. To complete the first time configuration of the system, log in from the console or connect using browser https 192.168.1.100, and it says reboot. So we are now just rebooting this VM. As you can see on screen, VM got rebooted and login screen prompt come. Let me log into the command prompt from my PC and try to ping 192.168.1.100. So it look like the destination is unreachable. We're going to fix this problem in next video, and we'll be doing first time installation.